Hello, it's Doris with Aldi Books, and I am just going to attempt to do a quick wrap up of July so that I can just, move on to August, which, I'm almost midway through August, to be quite honest. It is the 13th, Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. So anyway, yes, this is just going to merge everything that I need to share about July. So there was a lot of travel in July. I have a few random video snippets that I will attach at the end of this if you're interested. My son and I are trying to see all 50 states, so we just decided to get back on that task in July and took a trip to Chicago, so knocked off Illinois and Wisconsin and Michigan while we were at it, and then zipped over to visit my sister in South Carolina, who is visiting her sister-in-law, all that. Of course, the requisite Florida trip to visit my family. Was that it? I don't know, but that's enough. So I will attach any little tiny snippets I have if you're interested at the end of this. And the bulk of those trips I documented on Instagram. So if you're interested in seeing more of our travels, I'm Doris Sander on Instagram, DorisSander. So there's that. Check. My TBR talk. So I'm not going to talk about the August TBR because it's just basically trying to get caught up on all my projects. Cuba, South Africa, book 2 prize reading. I'm doing the nonfiction for the final round. Book Naturalists, I'm behind on that, trying to finish up July and then dive into August. So yeah. As far as my statistics go, I read 5 books off my physical TBR and 7 from the electronic library. So I went down by 5. So we're at 233 now. Yay. But I have to haul my summer books. So that means I have to get some read this month off the physical shelves. But I'm in the book 2. No, I'm in that too. But mid-month book bash going on as we speak, and I have a plan. I always have a plan. I have a plan for, getting caught up. I haven't read much yet this month, but I'm going to. I am. And while I have my little journal out, I'm just going to quickly recap the electronic books. So Heartstopper Volume 3 came in delightful. I find that a charming graphic novel series. And then Heidi and Katie and I read How to Love a Duke in 10 Days, which is a Regency romance, and I did enjoy that one a great deal. So not really planning on reading more from that author, whoever it may have been. I don't recall at the moment, but I'm sorry. Here, screenshot it if you want to check it out yourself. And then I don't really honestly want to talk about the book 2 prize either. I read fiction for the semifinals, and I don't know if I was just not in a reading mood, not in a fiction reading mood. I've been reading a lot more nonfiction this year, but I just didn't enjoy the books. I had read the Jess Kidd Things in Jars prior to, and I adore Jess Kidd. I find her writing very charming, and I feel like that was the most literary of the bunch, and I really like literary fiction. And then Writers and Lovers by Lily somebody or another. Yeah, I like that one. I enjoyed that one. I liked what went on with her relationships and the choices that she made in those relationships and how she processed through them, and her writing career. So it's a book centered around authors and people that are working to become published. So I found it really interesting. Contemporary is not always my thing, but that one worked for me for the most part. But then the rest of the books, I really did not engage with the plot and really didn't engage with the characters. So the Akwaeke Emezi, what was it, Vivek Oji, the death of Vivek Oji, I was really disappointed because I loved Freshwater so much, but I just found Vivek Oji was much less literary. She didn't really explore theme and language and the magical realism elements, this like spiritualism elements as much. And it just, yeah. Interior Chinatown I thought was gonna get there, but no. And it was so brief. Just the depth of the characters didn't really work for me in any of these. Shuggie Bain, I mean, unpopular opinion, but I found it incredibly boring. I don't engage well with characters that are self-centered, self-absorbed. So yeah, that one didn't work for me. And The Brightest Star, I think I ranked that one in third place. I like appreciated what it was saying and the timeline of that one, that it was being explored with the AIDS crisis in the 80s, but again, the characters and the storyline just didn't really like wow me. So yeah, there's that in a nutshell. And then the rest of these books, I really wish that I had been talking about them in the Friday Reads format when they were fresh on my mind, because I really enjoyed some of them and wish I could say more, but it is what it is. July was just a blur. So anyway, Tethered to the Stars, poems by Fadi Judah. I was disappointed in this one. This was for the Book Naturalist Book Club, and it's by a Palestinian poet, Palestinian American, and the poems just thematically, I didn't connect. The first one I liked, which was about the sunflowers, I believe. Canopus, I can't even say it. Be an owl, not even a sunflower, turns its head 270 degrees. But may the need to ask me about my darkness never command you. Be a sunflower, grow old to face east, warm in the morning, kind to insects and bees. And may our overlap be two, light and light, in mouths that vary, the 99 names for snow. So I kind of liked that. And if they'd all, Chicky wants to say hello. Say hello, Chicky Chicky. You don't really want to say hello, do you? You just want to bother me. If they'd all been like that, I really, really liked it, but that was the only one like that. So anyway, if you're interested though, you might like it. And then I read Bird Cottage by Ava Mijer for Britta's birthday. So there's a vlog about this one. I found this one really charming and delightful. This is based on a woman's life. So it's a fictionalized nonfiction, but it was purposeful. In this case, there wasn't really enough material to write a nonfiction account, so she fictionalized it, and it really worked for this. in my opinion. But if you're interested in more of this, it's charming. But I vlogged about it, so you can, check out more there. And then The Education of an Idealist, a memoir by Samantha Power, Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. So this is about her Irish immigrant experience to the States, her early years, and then more so during her 8 years with Obama as she ended up being the UN, the main diplomat to the UN. She started out as something else, but again, this one, luckily, I vlogged as well. This was the July mid-month book bash that I just posted. There's several clips about that, so I actually really enjoyed this one as well. And then Guns, Germs, and Steel by Jared Diamond. I have been wanting to read this for a long time. This is a book that's often taught here in the States for like AP World Geography, I believe. So yeah, this is one that unfortunately I'm not remembering a lot of at the moment. But I remember that there are some parts that really were fascinating to me, and some that were more things I already knew, which is not Jared Diamond's, fault at all. One thing I did find fascinating was I thought that he was going to be a historian, Jared Diamond, but actually he started out as a avian biologist in Papua New Guinea. Like, wow. So yeah, it's super interesting, most of it anyway. And then Pacific by Simon Winchester. So silicon chips and surfboards, coral reefs and atom bombs, brutal dictators and fading empires. This one really did it for me. So this one is one of those books that looks at a topic and pulls all kinds of various super interesting facts into the narrative. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. So what he did with this one is he took the Pacific Rim and pulled various obscure or maybe more popular events, variety, but things you wouldn't necessarily think of, and pulled them together to kind of illustrate the importance of Asia in a really neat manner, and where we're heading into the future with that. So for example, in each chapter, I think there are 10 chapters, and each one is a different event and point in time. So for example, I just think this was a really interesting book and format. So let me just show you, and I will be reading all of Simon Winchester's work. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I think this is my second, because I read the one about which other one? I read one, like, was it the dictionary guy, maybe? I'm trying to find the first chapter, because there's like prologues and stuff here. But anyway, so January 10th, or sorry, 19th, I can see now. 1950, Truman backs making the hydrogen bomb. Then August 7th, 1955, the first Japanese transistor radio is made. See, so really like some, well-known things and some more quirky things. April 10th, 1959, the surfing movie Gidget is released. I was just so delighted that that was in there, because I adored Gidget in high school. Oh my gosh. January 23rd, 1968, the USS Pueblo is captured by North Korea. January 10th, 1972, the RMS Queen Elizabeth sinks in Hong Kong. November 11th, 1975, Australian Prime Minister Gough Whitlam is dismissed. I mean, that might not sound interesting, but it was. February 17th, 1977, the submersible Alvin spots an abysmal heat source. That's about when the heat vents with the chemical algae and all that were discovered. Like, wow. And who, like, I didn't realize the Alvin submersible was that old either. December 12th, 1981, coral bleaching is seen on the Great Barrier Reef. So you can see some of them are biological, some of them are political, industrial, technical. June 15th, 1991, Mount Pinatubo erupts in the Philippines. And June 2nd, 1976, the Hawaiian canoe Hakulea completes her maiden voyage. And this one, I was super excited with the connection because this is kind of one of the big bases for Sea People that I read last year for the Book 2 prize and really enjoyed. So highly recommend that if you're a nerd. So yeah, that was my whirlwind of July in bookish realms. And again, if you are interested in my travels, I'll put they're very brief snippets because I didn't videotape much. Most of it's, like I said, on Instagram. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Oh my goodness. It's a real prairie. It's beautiful. Look how big the babies are. They're gonna fledge any day now. Like, oh my God, there's 5. Wow. Aren't they cute? So sweet. What you doing, Kai?
The gully washer.
What you doing, chickie? Oh my goodness. Look at all of them. I'm so happy that I've populated the neighborhood with barn swallows. There must be like 10 now at least. Good job, Doris. Look, water on both sides.
Should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope around. We're nice and cheap right now. Come on, can't down. Feeling the undertone. Just like Gino, singing those campfire songs. Yeah, should have been a cowboy. Should have been a cowboy. Should have been a cowboy.
really, really hoping that they're not going to put the building there because of all the well and septic and stuff going on.
Yeah, that'd be a
Or
win.
if they do.
What's mine? I bet this is mine with the little attention. Here we go. Yeah. That's Jim's. And that's your oopsie. Woo! Good, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Dinner and a movie.
That's my position.
What are you doing, Boo? They won't feed you?
4 or 5 hours.
You look like you've been fed enough.
Then you can shred it and maybe make like wraps or whatever.
Nice cat.
Ooh, look at that. The big one. Oh, man.
That's not a big one there. I mean, he's about a third of the size of the ones we had last year, but there's 2 carp out there. But there's one,
Oh,
see?
wow.
They get big.
Now that bass that was over here a minute ago, he's almost that big.
Really?
Look at carp right there.
Oh, my gosh.
It's lucky down here now. I think there's a little bit of a breeze blowing.
Look at that. Wow. It's in my mama's front yard. That ain't no joke. Shrimp. Those got Old Bay. This is all blue crab. Slaw, potato salad, some of the mullet, baked beans, gross. But you know, I'm gonna eat that. And I'm gonna eat that. And that.
What do they say about the view?
They say this is a similar view that someone might have seen 200 or 300 years ago.
That big old scar on his back.
What'd you do, brother? I wonder what gives them those scars. They got no natural predator. It is the not so natural predator, the boat propeller. Yeah, that's what it looks like. If it makes you feel any better, we got propeller guards on all of our boats. Worst thing we can give them is a headache. But most boats, they don't have them, and that's why you see these scars. Yeah. Why would they make more boats with that? I don't know the reason behind it. I know that they're not extremely... Just listen to the birds and nature.
I guess he's not hungry.
Wow.
Friends over time, they picked up on this. If they look happy to see you, it's because they are.
Those tails, though. good. Okay, with some moo moo. Uh-oh. Y'all, Pico is at the door watching the dump truck. Can't even make this up. Not anymore. Red Bull. Hey, it's an important part of my day. Checking for butterflies. Oh, there's one. It's hiding from me. There it is. Oh, there's another one. Where'd it go? It's hard to see it. There it is. That's a fritillary. The yellow one was a sulfur. There's a bee. What was that? Oh, that's a skipper. Okay, you get the idea. What are you doing in there, chickie? Oh my word. These cats are funny. You're not getting that in that guy.